Hey everyone, how's it going? It is Sunday morning and I am sitting on a beautiful location. Yeah, beautiful location. To update you, we got a weekend run on Friday. We picked up in Arkansas and we are going to Canada. So we are supposed to have already crossed the border, but when you're crossing the border, you have to clear customs and you have to go through a broker and there's some kind of hang up in the paperwork. So we have to wait. I have a friend, Gary, who you might have met in episode 3 or 4. I did an interview with him and he lives in Port Huron, Michigan. And he told me about this park to come down and check out. And I got to tell you, it's beautiful. Sitting here Sunday, don't know when we're going to get cleared to cross, but that's okay because I didn't think I was going to be able to get any good footage for a weekend shot, and it turns out it's going to be awesome. I'm going to make it awesome. I mean, it's kind of easy to make it awesome when you have scenery like this from the truck. Look at that. This is my view. So with that being said, the weather today is supposed to be almost 70 degrees, which is going to be amazing. It's clear skies, not a cloud in the sky. The water's crystal blue. Gonna fly the drone. Can't go across the river too far because I don't want to get in Canadian airspace. Yeah, so looking forward to today. Hang out and see what we got for you. Little behind the scenes. This is truly beautiful. Look how beautiful the water is here, flowing out of the lake. But right here is how I do my time lapses. Pretty cool. Joby, don't leave home without it. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You walk around with a camera talking to it and people just look at you weird. You get over it. I changed cameras and it's weird. I'm like right back to being weird on camera. I'd gotten used to looking at the GoPro. Now I'm looking at this thing and it's messing me up again. I don't know what's the matter with me. All right. Hey guys, welcome back. Been flying the drone, having some fun. Sitting here, Port Huron, and I'm on Thomas Edison Boulevard, and I just ran into Bob and we were talking about the drone, and he was telling me about this beautiful boardwalk. And hey Bob, nice to meet you.
Same here.
So what were you telling me? This used to be like, this whole area was just like a sand dump?
Well, it was a gravel and limestone and freighters that tie up here, and they would unload, and with the conveyor belts, they swing their beam over, and then the trucks would haul it away to different spots. But also, right at the bridge was Peerless Cement Company, and that had been there for like 40 years, and there's always cement dust in the air. They finally got rid of all that, and they put in this Edison Shores. It was
Rehabilitated the area.
exactly. It used to be quite utility. We had what they called the oil docks here, which we used to swim off of all the time. You had all the fishing shanties. You'd dive in. You could swim down from one to the other. Well, so I used to swim here as a teenager and so on.
You used to swim in the river?
Oh yeah, it's just beautiful.
Is it cold?
It's 10 degrees cooler than the lake because it's all the surface water's all intermingled. But you used to soap up with a bar of soap and you dive in the water. And it was great fun.
How long you've lived in Port Huron?
All my life. I'm 76 now.
76, and you've lived here all your life.
Yeah, matter of fact.
So you've seen the changes.
Right. I was born the year after they built the first bridge, but we did watch them build the second bridge. And we tried to get a casino in Port Huron, which they have over in Sarnia now. And we didn't have the luck to get it, but I was working in Port Huron at Mueller Brass Company for 40 years.
For a brass company?
Mueller Brass Company.
Okay.
They invented the sweat fitting, the solder fitting. It happened right here in Port Huron. Well, I was a draftsman with pen and pencil and so on. In later years, we got into the computer designing. And I see the stuff you have, it still overwhelms me, even though I was in computers. Not to this degree. I'm really...
What else you were telling me about Thomas Edison? Thomas Edison had a place.
Yeah, Thomas Edison moved here with his family when he was 8, and he stayed till he was early teens. And they used... we had a fort right here, Fort Gratiot. And Tom Edison and his buddies would harass the soldiers by making sounds at night and so on. So they ended up calling this area the Edison Parkway.
Oh, that's awesome.
And his family's still buried in Port Huron, Sam Edison and so on. But Tom himself, of course, went on to bigger things in Port Huron.
Well, it's still a nice claim to fame.
Well, it is.
And what a beautiful day. 70 degrees. I'm like, this is awesome. You're wearing a jacket. I'm like, this is amazing.
Yes, yeah, with your sleeves up and your nice shiny head.
Yeah. I'm getting a little color treatment on the head today. Got the sun going. It's real beautiful. Well, thanks for talking to me and telling me about the history of the area. It's so beautiful. I have a friend, Gary, who also drives for FedEx Custom Critical. He lives in the area, and he told me about the park. And I drove down here, while we're waiting to cross. And just, beautiful day, nice people. Everybody's really friendly, and it's just... you could do worse than spend the day down here on the river. It's beautiful, right?
It is. I'm glad to run into you. Well,
Yeah,
I appreciate
it
you
is.
taking time with
I enjoyed talking to you. I enjoyed my little history lesson of the Edison Parkway and the boardwalk. It's beautiful out here. know, it's funny the things that you think about when you're out here and you're meeting people and you're talking to them, and just how different things will jar your memory. And I was just thinking about my dad, and my dad passed away 8 years ago. He was 80, and he was such a gadget guy. My dad loved gadgets, loved cameras, loved gadgets, loved video, loved all this stuff. And I never even stopped to think of, like, this is where my passion comes from. I wish I could show him the drone. I wish I could show him this camera. We would be having so much fun together. He'd be like a kid. Wonder where, if that's where I get it from. Probably.
What do they catch over here? What do you guys catch over here?
Everything. Salmon, walleye, coho, steelhead,
Walking, watching all this fishing going on. The bells. This is awesome. You can look at the progression of how the holders have gotten newer. And here they are, they're older. and older. Just beautiful down here. The colorless water, this current is nasty. It's just so awesome. I just love seeing new places. I don't care what it is or what I'm seeing, or it's, I don't know, I guess it's a nomadic thing or a gypsy thing. Who knows? Maybe it's because I have a deficit and I don't want to, you know, keep looking at the same scenery all the time. Really is amazing.